What's up, everyone? Jason here. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to talk to you a little bit about wedding introductions and what you can do to not make mistakes during your wedding introduction segment of the overall experiences that you're creating, especially if you're a wedding DJ. That's why you would be watching this video. Anyway, wedding intros are a big part of someone's celebration, and it's essentially the kickoff point for that party that you've been hired to be part of, and you've been hired to create the vibe for, and you've been hired to just orchestrate, to pull together. And being a wedding DJ is a big responsibility. There's a lot of things that we as DJs are responsible for, not just playing music, but the overall vibe, the overall shoelace that ties together all of the moments. And it all kicks off with intros. Intros are a part of this industry that I think a lot of people could improve on. And I created this little ebook. It's called Wedding Introductions Like a Boss. It's this whole publication that gives you my thought process, my granular detail that goes into how and what I do when I work with a couple to, I guess, curate these iconic wedding introduction segments where I ask questions and I learn and I talk a little bit about vibe and feeling and how to speak and what to say and how to get information to make it impactful and different and awesome and all that stuff. If you want information on how you can get a copy of this, drop down in the description of this video, tap into the Selfie link, and you can get your copy there. Right now, I've got it online, it's available, and you can download it at any time. Awesome. That hookup is something that's taken me a long time to figure out. That hookup gives you the thought process and the things that I do with my couples, and there's a lot in it. If you want to elevate your wedding introduction game, that right there is a super boost. Enough of the infomercial. Let's get into the content. Now, wedding introductions are a big part of the overall day. I think if you're someone that struggles with announcing, you don't feel comfortable on the mic, you got to do some work. Nothing comes without effort. Nothing comes without care. Nothing comes without time invested. And I think the more you do it, the better you get over time. You just have to be aware, you have to care, and you have to put in the energy to make things better. There's a lot of ways that a lot of people do things, some of which I think are incredible, some of which I see and I'm like, holy shit, that's cringy. Anyway, I like high energy, inclusive experiences that get the party situated and almost like prepped for what's to come later on. I want my introductions to be pretty hype. I want the people I work for to have an incredible time coming in, and I want my wedding introductions to set the tone for an amazing night that is on deck for the people that are in front of me for that wedding celebration. Things that you need to do as a wedding DJ is not just think out and come up with a plan. You need to meet with your couples. You need to go through a number of questions, but you need to understand a lot of things. And one thing that I think is super important is that you take the time to clearly walk through how the wedding introductions are to be played out with the couple that you're working for, what they have in mind, what they have in their vision as being a great way to do it. And then you need to work together in a collaborative fashion to bring it together. So you need to take the time to go over pronunciations, song selections, and sequence of events. And then as the DJ need to think about the cadence, how you're going to position the stuff. Can you incorporate tools like lighting or sound or live elements like musicians to enhance that segment of the night? Can you use tools like the signs, the VIP bottle service signs? Can you use things that the wedding party are going to do to make it hype and to make it elevated and to make it cool that connects to the vision of that couple? These are all things that you're responsible for, but it all starts with going over the plan with your couple. 1, 2, going through pronunciations with your couple. 2, 3, using sound, audio, and all the things, music, to set the vibe, the soundtrack for it. 4, use lighting, enhancements, other things to help bring it together to make like the visual stuff work and to put like the emphasis on the moment. That's all part of this, and I feel like it's a big part of it. I like to write everything out phonetically. I like to have everything organized, and in the ebook I talked to you about earlier, you get actually like what the document looks like that I use every time I do an event. That run sheet, that day of tool that I have is something that I think is worth its weight in gold, and it helps you stay on top of things so you don't miss things like pronunciations, certain song cues or whatnot. All of that stuff is really important. If you're someone that struggles with speaking on the microphone, you have to do your time practicing. You need to say things out loud. You need to get in your garage, your warehouse, your basement, in front of your girlfriend, your wife, your boyfriend, your person, your dog, and say these introductions out loud. You have to practice. if this is new and if you are uncomfortable, you need to think about how you hold the mic and how it's being projected. You have to know to duck the music. These are all like operational details that make this right. You have to take the time to think through this stuff, and you have to make sure that your support person that's on site with you, if you have someone there, and you should have someone with you on site at a wedding, all are aware of how it's going to go down, what you're going to be doing, and what you need of them. So you need to practice it, right? And you could practice it beforehand. You can practice it the day of even. I like to say names that are tricky a number of times. I always go over the details with the couple right before we walk in. These are all things that I do, and I think it's really, really important. I think also you need to like match your energy as the host, as the MC, as the DJ with the vibe of the room and where you're going, right? So like sometimes you start off and everyone's at like a level 4 and you're at like a level 8 because you know the couple wants you to get to level 15 by the end of the celebration. Now you're not going to come out of the gate at level 15. You're going to come out at like level 8. You're going to try to elevate the guests, the people that are in front of you, beyond 4 for that hype moment. And the idea is like when the couple comes in, you're at like an 8 or a 9, and you're going to keep the energy super high for that moment of the overall celebration. It's a big, 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 big deal. Anyway, there's a lot of this in the conversation that is on the Wedding Intros Like a Boss. Again, I want to invite you to check that out if you haven't yet. I think another really, really big thing in the world of wedding entertainment is having like a backup plan on site, ready to go in the event that your mic goes down, in the event that the music doesn't, come together properly, in the event that like a speaker goes down. It should be almost like transparent to anyone in front of you that there's an issue, and it's your job to figure that all out, right? So these are things that come with time, come with experience. And again, if you're looking to elevate your wedding introductions, I think the overall theme here is you need to put work in outside of the event space that you're hired to be part of, to think through, to practice, to master what it is that you're going to be doing. Think out a flow of events. Think out how you're going to use lighting to add drama. Think out how you're going to use a musician to come out and totally pull a right or left turn that no one saw coming for this introduction. Think of how you're going to cue the song that you're going to drop when you introduce the wedding party so everyone comes in like crazy high energy. Think how you're going to tap into what makes the couple them, uniquely them, and how you're going to incorporate it and introduce it into the overall experience so that everyone catches the vibe and everyone gets super excited when they walk in the room. Everyone is going to this wedding to celebrate that couple, and it's your job, it's your duty to master this part. If you do, you're setting yourself up for success and a night that could be legendary for so many people in front of you. Not only that, but you're probably going to hear from people that are interested in hiring you for their celebration. And I know I've built my entire business on doing that for people for a very long time. Anyway, this is some random thoughts on wedding introductions. There's things that you can do to step up your game, get positioned in the right place so that your wedding intros smash and that your upcoming wedding celebration is not just something that looks amateur. It's something that truly stands out from the amateur weddings that many people attend by other people. You're here because you want to elevate. You're here on this channel because you want to take your presentations, your celebrations, and the things that you're part of to the next level. And I appreciate you for being here. Anyway, let's continue the conversation in the comments underneath this video. Be on the lookout for more videos coming right here to this channel in the days, weeks, and months ahead. And again, thank you for being here. Okay, there's a lot of content here, and grab the Wedding Intros Like a Boss thing underneath this video. You need it. If you're a wedding DJ, a serious wedding DJ, I don't care what level you're on, this is something that can help you. And I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you real soon.